You come here, ass fuck.
I'm Lily. So nice to be here. It is difficult doing comedy at the moment, though, after the year we've just had, because we're all fundamentally changed at the core. So if a joke doesn't work, I'm not going to know if it's because the joke is or because you guys are dead inside. We'll see. But it's nice to be out. On the way here, I accidentally made eye contact with a guy pissing up a wall. I immediately looked away because I'm not a slut. But then he calls back and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, that's so inappropriate." And I was like, wow, he's apologising. That's new. So I turned back and I was like, "You know what, mate, don't worry about it." Then there was a pause and then he said, "So what are you doing later?" Who needs Tinder, eh? When you've got a boy standing in front of a girl with his dick in his hand. It's lovely. I had a tough year last year. I mean, I think I had the worst time. I mean, no one I know died or anything bad happened at all, really. But my boyfriend just really annoyed me. Like, you guys don't know suffering until you've spent 3 lockdowns with someone that plays the guitar. What a horrible thing to do to someone. It's cruel, and I think it should be illegal. I think they should treat random guitar playing like they treat sexual consent. You know, like ask before you do it. And then even if the person has said yes, keep checking in. Is this still okay? Do you wish you were dead? Just questions. I was out with my mates and it got to that point in the evening where you start exchanging virginity stories. Yeah. And it made me think, like, everyone lies with their virginity story, don't they? And it depends who's telling it, how they lie. So if a girl's telling her story, you've got to minus a couple of years from the age that she says that she was and take away any romance element that she's trying to push on it. And if it's a guy, it's the opposite. It's the same with shoe size. Like, if a girl's like, "I'm a 5," she's a wide 6. And if a guy's like, "Oh, I don't know, like 11 or 12 or something," he's got a small penis. That's just how it works. And my friend launched into her story, forgetting that I knew her real story. And she's all like, "I waited until I was 18." / she waited until she was 16. / she waited until she was a much younger age, but I'm not allowed to say it. So let's just say it rhymes with 14. She's like, "We were in love. / she didn't know his surname. Met him on a holiday to Centre Parks." She's like, "No, it was really romantic. / they both kept their shoes on." And guys aren't any better. If a guy ever tells you he was 13, 23. If he's like, "I barely knew her," madly in love. Probably wrote a poem about it afterwards. And if he says, and this is important, if he says that she came, he's definitely still a virgin. It's nice to be here. My boyfriend's really glad that I'm out of the house. I think his low point of last year was when he had to help me get my moon cup out for me, which is lovely, because it got stuck. Does anyone not know what moon cup is? Okay. They're great. There's a little cup for your period. Looks like a tiny wine glass for a mouse. Honestly. And you have to trim the little stem bit of the moon cup. And I was trimming it, putting it back up, trimming it, putting it back up, and then my vagina just took it. Wouldn't give it back. Greedy little. And you know, ladies, when something gets stuck up there, like, the more you panic about it, the more it like absorbs into your body, and you like become the moon cup. So like that was happening, so I had to call my boyfriend in, and he was great, actually. Like, he put down his guitar, came in, and we did manage to get it out, but we did it with a bit too much enthusiasm, and it did sort of go everywhere. It's fine, only a tiny bit went on his face. He's blind now, but, you know, whatever. I think some men aren't laughing because they're just so turned on. Sorry. Someone filmed me telling that story and it went online, and I got some really good comments at the bottom of the video. Most of them are what you would expect, like, "Oh, shut up, women should die," you know. Boring. But some of them are really interesting. One guy put at the bottom of the video, "This is Brexit." What does he mean? I mean, I guess he means that my vagina is the EU, which is rude. And then I guess the moon cup is the UK being pulled out of it. And then I guess my boyfriend is Nigel Farage, which he is, so that's weird. Another guy put, I'm confused. I thought the vagina was only a couple of inches deep. Oh. That was that guy. Little baby cock. And then my favourite comment just said, get it out yourself, you lazy cow. And my boyfriend put that. Can you believe it? You guys have been great. I've been Lily Phillips. Enjoy the rest of the night.